nervous.
No, you're not. Come on. Ready? Got your notes? Hello, gorgeous angels. Welcome back to another video.
Today, we are talking about confidence. Do you like that?
Yeah, I like that. Confidence.
Now, we're talking about confidence. Why are we talking about confidence, Els?
Right, well, I feel like this is a video I've wanted to do for a really long time, but I've not been mentally prepared to do so until quite recently. And it was just when me and Con were discussing talking about this video, and then Connor very kindly opted in as well.
I thought I'd tell you my story.
Which I'm really happy about, because I feel like Connor has such an inspirational story to do with self-confidence, and I feel like it's going to be quite interesting for a lot of you guys to hear. So,
oh, thanks, babe.
Thank you so much for joining on today's video, Con. I'm sure the angels are going to be really, really pleased that you did.
Hopefully it helps someone out there. And it's weird though, I look back at I say story, I look at my confidence, and I would never say, oh, it's a story that needs to be told. But you know what, hopefully someone will learn something from it.
Hopefully, I'm sure they will do. So, angels, it's going to be a bit deep, it's going to be a bit serious. God knows how long this video is going to be, but regardless, you need to grab your cups of tea, grab your chocolate biscuits, grab your blankets, turn the lamp on, turn off the wall light, turn the actual cute lamp on, and get snuggled and ready to have a chat with us. Because we've got quite a lot to talk about, I thought we could sort of put the video into sections. So I'm going to speak about my journey with confidence, and then Connor's going to kindly speak about his journey with confidence. And then I thought, just to finish off the video, we could kind of answer maybe a few of your guys' questions, or talk about some things that you guys want us to talk about if we haven't already spoken about it in our stories. We've written some notes.
Got some notes
in here. This is my video planner, and we've written down a brief summary of both of our stories, just so we can kind of like
get to the main bits. We don't want to miss anything out, do we?
And we know how much I love to waffle, so
yeah, so I'll be like, Els,
look at the notes, hun.
Look at the notes.
Come
Let's not go too far.
Okay, so one of actually the most popular questions I have ever been asked ever since I first started YouTube was, how do I remain so confident and positive? Because I suppose that is the persona I give off. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. It is a persona you give off.
Yeah.
But you are a confident person as well.
I am a naturally confident person, but throughout my YouTube journey, I feel like there have been moments where I've been confident for the camera and confident for people around me, when inside that is perhaps not how I've been feeling. So when I was young, as in like a child, I have no memory of ever feeling insecure or not confident as a child. And the way I kind of remember my childhood being is that I was always very happy to sort of be put into the kind of centre of attention. Like, I was always the lead part in school plays, and I never remember feeling left out with any friends, and I didn't really have very many issues in primary school or anything, which is interesting because when we come on to Connor's story, it kind of differs a little bit there, doesn't it? We have really differing journeys.
It's different confidence as well. When we are talking about it, and you'll understand, our confidence is one big thing, but
yeah, we've had two very different reasons why we've not felt
why we lack confidence.
Despite being a confident child, there were things going on in my life that I suppose shaped me to become, I don't know what the word is, maybe insecure as an adult. There were lots of things going on around me in my childhood that I have briefly touched on with you guys before, things to do with my parents and stuff. I suppose when I got a bit older and I kind of started to see them as what they were, they made me more insecure as an adult. Does that make sense?
You didn't really process what happened until
you're older, and until you know, start to understand people for what they are and their actions that they've done. And so when I got older and I did start to understand things that had gone on, I don't know, I guess it just didn't make me feel great. So first memory I have of feeling like that and not feeling very confident in myself was when I had my first boyfriend, my first serious relationship, which was when I was sort of 14 to 16 years old. And the reason I know I wasn't confident at that point, and it kind of come out of nowhere, is because I was a really, really insecure girlfriend. I have definitely spoken about this on my channel before, but before I met Connor, and actually even like the first year into our relationship, I was really different to how I am now. I was so insecure, and I just didn't really believe that a good relationship where two people can genuinely make each other happy and last actually existed. I always thought there was something going on behind closed doors. So when I was younger and, you know, I hadn't done any work on myself and I didn't realise I was insecure and I didn't realise that I wasn't very confident, this caused a lot of issues for me within my relationships and, yeah, everything going on around me. When I was a little bit older, at the age of 18, I eventually met Connor.
That's when I came into the picture. And
like I said, for the first sort of year of our relationship, I was still that really insecure, jealous girlfriend who didn't know, I guess, how to be loved or appreciated. I didn't feel worthy of being loved. And that is where my issue with confidence stems from. Whenever, even now, I have an issue with confidence in the person I am or my decision or what I'm doing, I will only feel unconfident with it and I won't believe in myself if I believe that there could be any part of it that would make me feel less loved from somebody else. So when I met Connor, and like I said, I was this really insecure, jealous person, and Connor started to treat me properly, and he was the first person that had really treated me properly since I was a child. He showed me what it meant to be truly loved by somebody else unconditionally, and I really believe in the saying that a girl glows differently when she's being treated properly. So yeah, thank you, boo. I have that toe to you. Like,
they don't want you to deserve it.
I feel like confidence and self-love, ultimately it comes from you. Like, nobody else can do that for you, can they? You need to want change. If you're not confident, you need to do that for yourself. Nobody can do that. But
it's your confidence, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's yours.
But Connor definitely gave me the foundation to start believing in myself and to see that I was worthy of love and I was worthy of having a decent relationships with other people and with myself. Saying that, even though I had met Connor at 18 and things were going great with us, things kind of started to fall apart elsewhere in my life, my relationships with other people.
Yeah, so I would say the first year we were together, I helped you get over your sort of insecurity confidence.
As a girlfriend.
As
like,
a girlfriend.
Oh my God, you know, silly things.
But then
things really went.
You sort of became unconfident in a different way, didn't you?
Yeah. And maybe one day I will fully open up about everything, but over the last few years since I started my YouTube channel and been on this amazing YouTube journey and met all of you guys, my best friends in the entire world, there has been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that I haven't spoken about and I haven't opened up about, which kind of started when I was around 19, and this is where my confidence fell apart properly.
So, yeah, this was a year into our relationship and sort of 6 months into your YouTube.
Yeah.
For
the first time in my life, things really fell apart, and this is the first time I can ever recall not feeling confident with myself and literally feeling totally insecure, but in a completely separate way. So when I was saying about how I was an insecure girlfriend, I wasn't that anymore, but I was insecure in the way that I genuinely didn't believe I was a good person. I was made to feel by other people around me that I was
doing the wrong thing.
I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry, Babs. You don't need to cry.
I just feel like it's been such an emotional journey.
Come on, and I
just can't believe that I felt like that, you know? I can't believe I felt like that for so long.
But you're not anymore, are you? We're over it. We're through the other side.
You're right. You're right. And it's a journey at the end of the day. Like, things are going to be emotional, things are going to get really tough for you, and luckily these moments that broke me down so much have shaped me to becoming the person I am today. And I can happily sit here now and say I am confident and I know my worth and I know that I am a good person no matter what anybody tries to tell me, and I know that I am lovable and I know that I can create the life I want to live. So when I was 19 and there was all of this stuff going on, I will sum it up so you guys can actually understand what on earth I'm talking about. When I, like Connor said, was about 6 months into my YouTube journey, I had a lot of family members, and some might argue the most important family members, telling me that I was embarrassing and that I was bringing shame onto the family and my mum fell really ill, and I was made to feel as though I was a bad person for the way I was coping with that. And there were just a lot of things going on that made me feel as though I was just wrong in every single way, shape or form. And truly, wasn't for Connor and wasn't for Connor's mum, I don't know where I would be today. I don't know what I would be doing. Having gone through that, I don't know if I would have been able to get through that phase in my life, because it was such a dark place for me. And I mean, I developed depression and I was just in a majorly low place in my life. I truly felt like I had nobody, and I cannot emphasise enough how for me it was rock bottom. I had nobody other than Connor and Connor's mum, obviously. These people, my own family, who I had truly thought were going to be there for me through whatever, because that's obviously what families do, I felt abandoned.
But you had me and my mum.
You're right.
And you got through it with us and by yourself. Do you know what I mean? And I think that is what's given you your confidence back as well.
Yeah, you're right.
The fact you were at rock bottom, you were going through a lot of stuff, but you still are where you are now. I
feel like it made me see that you really do only have yourself to get through those situations. You can have loving people like your boyfriend or your boyfriend's mum or your best friend or your sister or whoever to get you through those situations, but at the end of the day, you are literally the only person who can pull yourself through those moments in life. Nobody else is going to be able to do that for you. They can only support you. To get through those mental battles, it's all on you, isn't it? Has to be you. And those situations that I went through, those ages of 19, 20, 21 years old, showed me that I am such a good best friend to myself. I support myself, I can love myself, and I can get myself through anything. So there is always a silver lining to every single cloud, no matter what horrible situation it might be. If you can pull yourself through it, you can truly get through anything. Look at that sun just beaming on you now, boo. That's a sign, I'm telling you. It's like my guardian angel saying, yep, you're right, Els. Go on, angel. Okay, so at this point in the story, we have hit rock bottom. We have zero confidence for the first time ever in my entire life. Because I realised that I am my own best friend and that I can get through anything. By the way, I just quickly want to interrupt myself here. There is an amazing book also that helped me pull through the situation. I'm going to go and get it now because honestly, it changed my life and I need you guys to read it as well. Yeah, you loved that book, didn't you? Yeah, it's this one. It's called You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. As you can see, it is well loved by me. Stains over it a lot. Like literally highlights everywhere. Just, this is the book, other than myself, other than Connor, other than Connor's mum, this is the book that got me through that really, really horrible time. And basically, to summarise it, it is just an amazing book that pulls you out of those moments where you don't feel like you can go on anymore. And it says how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. And that is me. That is what I needed at that time. It just really gives you that kick up the butt that makes you realise, I've got this, you know? I can do anything I want in my life. Is it a confidence book then? Yeah, so I would say so. It's a good one if you want to improve your confidence. Yeah, it just makes you believe, you know, at this point, when I first ever read this book, okay, I had just started my YouTube channel. I didn't even think like a YouTube career could be a thing. This is when you were living at my house, wasn't it? Yeah. I was living with Connor because things were so rough for me at home. And like I said, I was in a situation where I just didn't feel like I could do anything. I felt so worthless and my life was bad and I was never going to be anybody or do anything. And this book truly made me believe, and I honestly, I give it all to this book that I am at this point in my career today. I remember envisioning in my head when I was reading this book, imagine if I had 50,000 subscribers. And that just felt like an absolute dream to me. Anyway, so I'd really recommend that book. I will leave a link to it in the description box. It's not expensive. I literally think it's like £10. On Audible as well, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yeah. And I'd really, really recommend it. Love that book. Despite everything I was going through, I was pulling myself through and I was pulling myself through and I was trying to remember that, you know, the guidance from the book and with wise words from Connor and his mum, and seeing that, you know, there can be a relationship, like a relationship you have with your family and with your mum. Like, it helped me pull through that really dark time where I didn't have any confidence. And eventually, after really being persistent and trying to believe in myself, even though it was the hardest thing in the world, because I had people left, right, centre telling me that I couldn't and that I wasn't going to be anybody and that I was bringing shame on the family and whatever else, and I started to see some reward from being so hardworking and trying so hard to believe in myself. And
this was at the point as well you quit your job.
Yeah.
So you really were like,
I'm going to give it my all.
This is it now.
I really put myself on the line there,
Yeah.
I guess, didn't I? I was like, this is it, or this is it.
This was, yeah,
you know?
it was like, you put, like,
100%.
you say you didn't have any confidence, which you didn't, but that little bit of confidence you had, you still put it in yourself.
Yeah. And I took so many risks with that tiny, tiny little piece of confidence. It's like say if I was at the casino, I had this metaphor earlier, say if I was at the casino and I had like one chip to bet, I literally put that one, I literally just did it. I was like, what have I got to lose? Nothing at that point. A little bit of confidence you had left, you thought. So I quit my job and I threw myself into the life I really wanted to live. I had no idea where life was going to take me, but I was just following my gut. I was following my instinct, and I mean, it brought me here today. But at this point, you know, I was starting to see the rewards. I was starting to work with amazing brands that I'd only ever dreamed of working with. We were able to afford our own apartment together. Like, I was able to move out and provide a stable financial support from a job that somebody once told me I could never do in a million years, for me and my partner. And it was just like, where has this come from?
I think that was where the point where your confidence
started to get better.
Switched, yeah. When we got our own apartment not even that, it was 2 years ago now, wasn't it? That's when I noticed the switch in your confidence, where you were like, I'm Elle Darby, I'm a badass, I got this.
I can do what I want, this is my life and I'm gonna live it. And now, you know, I'm at a point where this time last year I could have only dreamed of the life we're living. Like, we live in an amazing house, we have a dog. Do you know how many years I dreamed of having a dog?
Too many years.
We were so obsessed with the idea of having this amazing life that we now live, and not too long ago it was just a dream. It was just like, oh, can you imagine the day? We used to say to ourselves, didn't we, can you imagine the day when we have a dog, when we have a garden, and we have a house, and we're here, and life can truly be anything you make it. So I guess with my confidence story, although, you know, I'm not saying I'm the most confident girl in the world, I still have so many issues that I need to get through. A lot of things come up for me every single day, which make me realise I still have that work to do. But what I'm saying is, you know, say with my confidence, I started here in my life, I was pushed all the way down to here, but then from here, I was able to build myself up back to here. So no matter what you're going through, even if it is the worst time in your life and you have nobody, guess what? You have yourself, and you have me, and you have Connor, and you have Herbie, and we're all here rooting for you. You will eventually get right back up to where you need to be and more, and you can live the life that you really, really, truly deserve to live, because you do. I love and care about you so much, and I believe in you, and I know that you can pull yourself through whatever you're going through, and you are going to have the life you dream. You are literally, I can feel it for you, Angel. You are going to have that life that you only dream of. I know you are. So that's me with my story. Now I feel like, let's talk about your journey.
Not me already.
I'm really, really, really excited for you guys to hear Connor's story.
Just before we go on to my story as well, I want to say with Ellie's story, it just goes to show that having your self-confidence and believing in yourself is what can literally change your life.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have confidence in yourself, you would still be doing what you hated.
Yeah.
And it's similar, like, it links to my story, because I hadn't have met you and had the confidence built with being with you, I would still have really low confidence and know how I want in life. So, you know, just gotta, if you do have low confidence, you have to work on it.
Yeah.
But
that's where your story comes in.
That's where my story comes in.
Take us away, boo. What's been going on with you?
Oh my goodness, I got so many notes. This is tough.
Boo, I'm proud of you.
Right, before I start, I'm not very good at this talking thing. Probably to do with my confidence. But let's start with my family.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to start with family.
Yeah.
And it's strange because my confidence story is about me having extremely low confidence. But my family had nothing to do with that. Like, my mum and dad always supported me. They always said, Connor, you're the best, you can do whatever you want in life. So it's strange to where I am now, or where I was, where I had really low confidence.
Shut the curtain, because...
Is that still good enough?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
we've took a turn to the dark side now. My confidence issues, I would say, started in secondary school, towards the end of it. So throughout growing up in primary school, I never really had any issues that I remember. I never really thinking to myself, I have low confidence or anything like that. It was mainly in sort of year 11 onwards is when I started to feel it. And that's when I can remember, like, thinking to myself, I remember saying, in a group of all my friends, because I had a large group of lads, I was thinking to myself, Connor, why are you not saying anything? Like, they're all having a laugh, I was laughing, but I had stuff to say, but I would actually never get it out and say it. I would rather just sit there and not say anything. Even
though you were amongst your best friends, who would never judge you.
Exactly, so that's where it sort of started.
That's where you became aware, I think. Of the fact that you had no confidence.
Beforehand, I just thought...
You never had those thoughts of...
Exactly. But I knew I wasn't that person because I had these things to say. I wanted to say stuff, but I just never would.
You could never...
I just couldn't get it out. I couldn't say it. So looking back, in sixth form, I judged myself a lot. And that mainly was because...
It's okay to say. It's okay to say. As somebody who's known you for 5 years, I would say you are quite a sensitive person.
I am sensitive, you're right. And in sixth form, I would start seeing girls and then it would end, you know, it just wouldn't work out. And I felt I took that to heart because I wanted a girlfriend so much and I would put quite a lot of effort into it and it just wouldn't work out. And that was obviously good, but at the time I took it to heart too much.
Even though that's a really normal social situation.
It is, like...
Who isn't dumped? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Who on earth has not been dumped?
Like, all of my friends, it happened to them and I would help them through it and I would give them advice that I wanted to hear, but for some reason it wouldn't stick with me, like I wouldn't take my own advice.
And it knocked your confidence a lot.
It knocked my confidence a massive amount. And then leading into university, where I was just completely by myself then, year 1 and year 2 I had some really 2 close friends which helped me through university. However, year 3 they went to a placement year, so I was literally by myself in university. And I remember my 3rd year I would literally not go to the lectures or the tutorials because I was by myself.
And you just rather wouldn't?
I'd rather not put myself in that situation because my confidence was so low, I just wouldn't go. I would only go to the things that were necessity. Like, I wouldn't go to lectures because you could do them online. Yeah, like in lectures that I had to go to, I would get asked questions and I would literally avoid the questions so much. It'd be to the point where I knew the answers. The lecturer would look across the room and I would avoid eye contact. I'd be like this. Don't ask me. And then that's when I found the gym. So I started going to the gym at the start of year 3 of university, and that helped my confidence massively. I don't really know what it was. I think it was mainly the fact I was working on myself and sort of bettering myself gave me more confidence. Obviously as well, having a bit of extra muscle. I had more attention from females, so that really helped my confidence because...
After being sensitive to situations.
Getting a bit more confident.
And also I feel like when you first start the gym, especially as a boy, if you're trying to put muscle on, if you know what you're doing, you can see results quite quickly. And so it must have been like a real high for you, being like, oh my god, look at this new body for myself I'm building through my hard work.
Where I'm from, no one was really into the gym at that point. So I was like walking around. Thinking I was the boy. And then at the end of university year 3, when I got my degree, is when I met Elle. So I remember actually doing like an exam. Like my last exam is when we started to meet.
I remember you doing your last exam.
So I did my last exam and then I started to meet Elle. We went on a date, we got together, and then that's when I realised my confidence is really low. Seeing Elle and how she was when we first got together, Like, she said she didn't have much confidence when we got together, but her confidence was still skyrocket compared to mine.
Isn't that funny? Like, I was in such a low point as well, but you still felt as though my confidence was...
And that's why I said at the start as well, like, your confidence was your insecurities.
Yeah.
But my confidence was literally lacking the ability to do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I still find it difficult now to ask a waiter, can I get a refill on my drink, for example. So back then, seeing Ellie being able to ask a waiter where our food is or whatever, it made me realise again that I need to start working on my own confidence. It's not just who I am.
Yeah.
It's literally...
And you can build from it.
It's literally, I lack confidence and I need to improve it.
Yeah.
Over the past 3 years, I've been really working on my confidence, haven't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it took you a while when we first got together to just sort of... I could literally see, like, the clock ticking in your head and being like, noticing me doing something that you wish you could do but your confidence held you back. And then I would say, after a couple of years of noticing that within yourself, you started to work on it. And I remember being so proud of him for doing such, not small to Connor, but on the scale, smaller things that he found really difficult to do, such as asking the waiter where our food is, or I don't know, just like, you know, ringing up for the doctors, or like whatever, you know, things that you found really difficult. When I first started to see you do that, it really made me realise that you were working on it for yourself. And I would say that you are such a different person now because of your confidence compared to who we were when we first got together, and I'm so proud of you for that.
Thank you, honey.
What would you say to the person you were in sixth form or in university who had that really low confidence, and they looked at you now? How would you say, okay, Connor, this is what we did and this is how we got here. This is what you need to do?
I would say accept defeat. Like, I think it's a man thing. Like, you always think to yourself, oh, I don't have low confidence.
Yeah.
I'll get over it. But you need to actually work on it.
Yeah.
Actually actively try to push yourself out of your comfort zones. Like, everyone always says that quote, you only start growing outside of your comfort zones.
Yeah.
And it's similar to that. You just need to do the things that scare you. Like, when you start to feel nervous, that's the things you need to start to do to gain confidence.
Yeah.
Another thing I would say that's helped me is, it's not a big one, but it sounds really big. You just need to remember you only have like one life.
Yeah.
You need to remember, this is my life. I need to live it the way I want to. And you just need to think, oh, I don't want to do this, but I always think, Con, if you're not going to do it now, mate, when are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Just get on with it.
Yeah.
And that normally helps me out.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you, Boo.
I feel nervous talking about it.
But do you know what I just remembered then? I remember like a full day of eating video that I did when I first started my YouTube channel, and I quickly panned across you and you were sat eating your dinner, and you literally, like, Connor couldn't cope with the fact that you might have been on camera for a split second, and now look at you. You're here filming a video of me and you're in every single one of my videos, and the angels love you and the boyfriends in the back love you. And I bet you're helping out so many boyfriends in the back, because like you just said, unfortunately, and I think it's so sad, but I do think men have such a pressure put on them that they can't be weak and they can't show weakness, and they must always be like 10 out of 10 perfect and confident because they're the man. Ultimately, but you're a person and you have issues and you have things that you need to work on, and I think it's so inspiring that you are here showing the boyfriends in the back who might have, you know, a few confidence issues as well, that you can get through it.
You can do it, can't you? You do you.
Boo, at the end of the day.
That's it. I remember as well, like, before I met you, I'd go out every weekend, get drunk. And now I think about it, it's because having that extra drink gave me confidence, and that's why I enjoyed. But now I don't need to get drunk else. You give me that confidence.
Have you got any tips for those boyfriends in the back?
Try your hardest. Like, whatever your hardest is, that's enough. As long as you're giving it your best to overcome confidence, that's enough. Don't ever think that you're not giving it your all. Yeah. Because your all might be different than someone else's. As long as you are trying your best, getting over those situations where you do feel nervous and you're still doing what you can, that's enough. Because I mean, nowadays, I honestly, can you remember when we were in the Centre Park Spa? And you were like, Connor, go up and ask where our food was. Yeah. And I literally couldn't do it.
No, yeah. Oh my god.
I literally couldn't do it.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
But
then at the Odeon the other night, I asked you to go and ask the person that like would take the tickets, how long it was going to be before we were allowed in the screen because we were there really early, and you went, you could
straight
do
up
that.
there, no messing. But
maybe it depends what mindset you're in.
I think it does. It depends what sort of mood you're in, what mindset you're in. Don't let it get you down the fact you didn't go up and ask.
If even at one point you feel like, oh my god, I've overcome so much, but you still can't do that one thing, that's okay. Just keep trying. I think sometimes battles, mental battles, and the issues you have to work on can sometimes seem so big, like this huge mountain that you have to get through, and you know you have to walk through it. And I'm so guilty of doing this. I know that I still have a lot of deep-rooted issues that I need to resolve, but I put it off and I put it off, and I don't do the things that I should do, such as, I don't know, an example is go to therapy, because I know it's going to be like emotional turmoil for me going through that stuff, but at the end of the day you know that your best life is living on the other side of that mountain. So if you do push yourself and if you do get through it, even though it's, oh my god, it's going to be hard work, confidence is just such a massive battleground, I feel like.
It is.
But you can do it. You can do it. If you take anything from this video, take Connor's confidence story of the fact that he at one point in sixth form literally didn't want to say the wrong thing in front of his best friends that loved him and would never judge him for anything, and now he's here speaking about his confidence journey on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? And if I can get through all of the issues I had that eventually led me to believe as an adult that I wasn't worthy of having love and of having a decent relationship, and it put me to rock bottom, and now I'm right up here, like I said earlier, then you can do it as well. We're not superhuman. Just because we are here talking about our confidence journey on YouTube doesn't mean that it hasn't been awful to get through.
Extremely hard.
If we can do it, you totally can. I bet hundreds of you are so much stronger than we are as people. You just don't know your own strength, and so I'm telling you honestly, if we can do it, you can do it as well. And you just don't know what your life is going to be like after you get through this stuff, and after you just push yourself to do that tiny thing. And
your life will be better. If you have a higher self-confidence and you have more confidence in yourself, there's only one way your life is going to go.
Yeah.
And it's going up. It's going to get better.
I'm just waiting for us all to be living our best lives over here. I literally can't wait to see so many of you evolve and blossom and just be amazing people. I know you're all going to be so amazing, and I can't wait to see what the rest of our life together has in store. So exciting. This is the thing, when you get over these issues, it's just so exciting because you're like, what next? What am I going to achieve next? What's next on the goal list? Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? What are we going to achieve? It's just amazing. Life is so amazing.
Elle Darby's on a high. Look at her go. Go on.
Okay, Boo, is there anything else you want to say?
Sweating. That was tough for me.
You did really well, Boo.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Just that I love you guys so much, and I want to thank you so much for making us feel loved and appreciated enough in order to actually speak about this on YouTube. Like, if I thought for one split second that I was going to be judged for speaking about this, then I wouldn't. But you guys are seriously my best friends in the entire world, and you make both Connor and I feel so supported, and that we are not alone in these situations.
We got you. We
have you guys, and truly, if you weren't so loving and kind to us, we wouldn't be able to speak about the stuff we've spoken about in this video and open up as much as we have.
I've never spoken about this to anyone. No, you haven't. I asked my mum before we did this video, I said, do you think I have low confidence? And she was like, no, not at all.
Connor's never spoken to her about the fact that he doesn't feel confident.
She literally has no idea. So Mum,
we love you.
We love you.
Hope you love the video too.
Surprise!
Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Seriously, every single like, every single subscribe, every single follow, every single message, every single comment. I can't tell you how much it honestly makes my entire life, so thank you. And
if there are any boyfriends in the back, message me on Instagram if you want someone to talk to.
Con loves messaging.
Come talk to me, I don't mind.
Con loves messaging on Instagram, so seriously DM him, like he will totally respond. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.